Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Well, hello, and welcome to the Uncensored podcast. We are running a little bit behind. I apologize. All right, we got a lot we have to get to this morning. So thank you to Jacob 2 times for the intro. If you're watching this, you can hear it when we post it. Also, after we talk to Stacy, our soul worker, we also will have an interview that we've done with this viral artist that has had this song about Victoria's Secret that you may have seen on TikTok. Really cool interview, really cool human being that's brought light to a really important subject. So we got a lot that we are getting into. And so just real quick, Stefan, who was already ready to go on the Miguel and Holly YouTube channel, Melody, Laura Top Life, Doe Eyes, and Zinda all checking in. Let's talk to the woman of the hour here, Miss Stacy Renee, our soul worker.
Hello.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Wonderful.
So good.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How's everything?
Wonderful. Okay, hold on. I'm not hearing you as well. Hold on 1 second, Stacey. Let me switch you over to. Let me try this.
That might be better.
There we go. Stacey, hello.
Hello.
There we go.
Right in my ear.
Much
better. Okay. Stacey, how is everything?
I'm good. Same old. Just, another day. It's good. Everything's fine.
That's what Stacy says when she don't want to talk about herself.
Exactly.
How are you?
Girl, it's not about us. We just talked about ourselves for 4 hours on the radio. This is about everybody else today. Okay, before we get into our what I'm really excited about is for the first time we actually have some of our new Charlotte fan members that'll be on to get a reading from you. So I'm super excited. They've never listened to the podcast before, so they're all brand new. We put out the solicit on the air, so they're going to be experiencing this for the very first time. But before we get to them, is there something going on in the universe, Stacy? Something going on?
You know there is. There's a whole different vibe going on. There's some transformations. There's some newness coming. And all I have to say is sit back and hold on tight and smile a whole lot.
Oh, what does that mean? Smile a whole lot. Just grin and bear it.
Grin and bear it, baby. Grin and bear it. It'll be fine. I mean, sincerely, it's all for the positive and the outcome. As just to sincerely show us to be thankful for what we do have, and just it's a reminder type of situation coming up.
All right.
So
Every time she talks about this, I think of like the finale of Stranger Things.
Oh!
If you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What happens to that town?
Well, things are happening.
it's all about perspective. That's all I'm gonna say. Is it's gonna be all about that perspective, and it's gonna be what we think it's gonna be. In that sense of, if we're thinking it's gonna be really crappy, it's gonna end really crappy. If we can find that positive and keep the perspective, it'll be really positive for us.
All right.
So
You control your own destiny. I mean, at the end of the day.
Reach. It's true. It's absolutely true.
All right, let's talk to our first Charlotte fan member, Kayla. Before we introduce you to Stacy, Kayla, how long have you been checking us out on the radio here in Charlotte?
I actually have been listening to you guys since the beginning, since the change. So I've been enjoying it every morning.
Oh, that's great to hear. Thank you so much.
Well, welcome to the other side of the show, the on-air show. We do the podcast, and you are now in the Platypus Posse, which once you listen to the podcast more, now that you're in it, you'll understand what we mean by that. But right now, this is where Stacy introduces herself, and myself, Holly, and Kelbin, we sit back, and we just listen.
Okay.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am good. Okay, so here's the dealio. I'm really excited to talk to you, and it's funny. I am Soul Worker Stacy Renee. I work solely and strictly through God. You're always in charge of your own fate. You're always in charge of your own destiny. I'm just gonna just jump in as I'm sitting here. Even before I got the phone call to start all this, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling people.
Yay.
First and foremost, it's bizarre though, and if I'm wrong, I get to look really stupid. So did you lose like a dad or a grandfather? And I'm going to say dad because it's like, I'm protecting. And it's a really, really big deal because it's huge. Say that again. Sorry.
Yes, I have lost my dad.
Okay, I need you to know that he walks every single day beside you. Like, I'm going to get really emotional on this one, you guys.
Thank you.
This is deep. I need you to know he didn't suffer at all because I feel like there's all these unanswered questions with how everything happened and how everything went down. And I just need you to know he's at peace, that he didn't suffer, and that he knows how loved he was. And I guess there was a major thing with his ceremony, or if you guys, I don't know if you weren't able to do the things that you wanted to do. You didn't let him down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you
You're right.
need to know you did not let him down at all. You did everything the best you could, and you have to know that everything is good. Like, everything. And you smell him. Like, I keep seeing like a shirt. Okay.
Kaylee, wait, hold on. I'm about to break in. But yeah, tell us about that. I'm sorry. Just can I get some clarification? Because I'm curious.
There's been 3 back-to-back.
So, he passed away on a motorcycle accident. He was big on his Harley. He was driving back from a road trip with his friends, and something loose on the Harley happened, and it missed. And he drives fast. I mean, with his friends, they were going on a bike ride, and it happened on like Barstow, like by Las Vegas, and he hit a freeway sign and instantly passed away.
Blacked out, completely, quickly blacked out.
So I always wonder how he thinks of me because I was really young. I mean, I lost him when I was in 8th grade. So I look just like him. I have a son who is named after him, actually, and I actually wear his Harley Davidson shirt to bed. So that's funny that you say that.
And you have to know that your son has his mannerisms too, and it's really cute. Like, I guess there's something with his hands and everything that is like boom right there. He's a guardian angel. Like, everything is good, honey. I'm sincerely, he's so ridiculously proud of you. And those dreams that you have where he comes and doesn't really talk, but he talks, and you're like, did I really hear him? Yes, that's really him.
Yeah.
So,
and I kind of have this like intuition. I've always had this like intuition gift, I guess. I also practicing tarot reading and stuff like that. So I kind of feel or see him sometimes, and I kind of wonder if that's him. He has long hair, long dark hair.
Almost past his shoulder.
Yeah.
So you're on the right track, baby. He's always with you.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Thank you for this opportunity. It means everything to me. Thank you, sincerely.
I do have a couple questions, if you don't mind. If I have
please
time
talk to me.
So I did lose my grandma, who was very close to me. She was like my mother.
She was like a mom, and I swear to you, I was literally sitting here with my assistant going, okay, well, there's a man, and now there's a woman. Literally, as I'm sitting here waiting on hold, I'm like, okay, let's get this going. She was like another mom that she takes responsibility for you. And I don't know. I mean, I know that the name thing is the same thing too, but she had a unique name. She didn't have an everyday type of name. It's funny because the other thing too is I keep smelling like breakfast and like cooking around her, which means that was like her way of showing love. And I also need to know, did she get sick? Did she get sick twice? Because she keeps showing me the number 2. That means either she had cancer, it came out twice, or came back twice, or she had 2 different things that were going on, and then she passed. Does that make sense?
So I have 2 grandmas that passed. One that had cancer, and then one who had a stroke. Who I had to. When you say that I had options, or I needed to see if I could have done better. I think that you meant I had to do CPR on my grandma, and I couldn't get her back. So.
I was gonna say she did not want to be here. It was okay. Like no suffering, did nothing wrong. The one with the cancer, did she have it in 2 different places?
Yeah.
Okay.
She had one in her brain and then one in her breast.
Yep, I'm sitting here pointing to my left breast, like literally poking myself as I'm talking to you. Okay. Yeah, I just need you to know that they love you immensely. Who, and this is going to drive me nuts, who had like the cake and the cookies? Like it was like sweet, 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 sweet. Do you bake or did one of them?
That's funny. My son's birthday is next weekend. So that's probably what you're picking up as well. And my grandma and my dad's death anniversary is also on the day that my oldest's birthday is.
Birthday. So, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, honey. All right. Just know you are definitely not alone. Your son also sees your dad, so don't think he's crazy because every once in a while,
yes.
he was little. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yes. He actually told me that he's never met my dad, obviously, and my uncle. I'm getting really emotional. He pointed it out in a picture, and he said, "Mom," he points out my dad. He goes, "Mom, that's from when you were a baby." And I said, "Yeah, that's my dad." And then he points out my other uncle, them two are the only two people that have passed within the brothers.
Your uncle passed before your dad, correct?
My uncle passed after my dad.
Okay, then your dad helped your uncle pass.
Yes.
Like he was there because they keep showing me like they have their arms around each other.
Yes, as a baby. He was the baby brother. And he had, I think, cancer as well. And so
that was like hidden. People didn't notice it at first. Because it feels like he had other symptoms.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, we thought he was just sick and he had an infection in his toe, like gout almost. And we didn't think it was something that serious. So, yeah, he went pretty fast. And then he pointed out my uncle in the picture and said, "Hey, Mommy, this person tells me that," I know this might sound scary, but this person tells me in my sleep that I can go outside. And I'm like, "Well, don't go outside." And then he said, "Well, you know where they live, Mom?" And I said, "Where do they live?" And they go, "Behind the couch." And I'm like, holy, well, I was like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah. So they're in heaven. They're okay. Thank you sincerely for all of this.
Thank you. I appreciate this so much.
Kayla, thank you so much for allowing us to eavesdrop on your session. I know it can be so emotional, so we just want to give you a big old over the air hug, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of this process.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for sharing your gift with me, because I've been on a struggle this past 5 months. So
it's been a big, long struggle. And if you want to talk more, please contact me sincerely, because there's some stuff you got to sort out, and I'm here for you. And just thank you so much for this opportunity, sincerely.
Awesome. How do I get your information?
You can, well, I'll leave it at the end of it. soulworkerstacy.com. I was going to say, just reach out there and I will follow through with that. Thank you, sincerely.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Bye, Kayla.
Bye, Kayla. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, my Lord Jesus.
Well, I cried.
All right, you're ready.
Y'all.
Let's delve into some more, girl.
It's too many. Like, we have 3 people. Like, I can't handle it.
I need to breathe. Come on, honey. All right.
But I'm intrigued with this one because I keep seeing babies. So I don't know if it's this person or the next person, but I'm ready to play.
Well, we have Blanca on the phone. Blanca, we just want to say welcome to the Miguel and Holly fam, and now welcome to the Platypus Posse here. This is what we call our podcast fam. So you are officially a part of the Platypus Posse. Mm-hmm. So this is the part, Blanca, where Holly, producer Kelbin, and myself step back, and Stacy will introduce yourself, and then we are just eavesdropping.
Hey, Blanca, how are you?
Great, thank you. How about yourself?
I am good. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I don't know what you've heard and all of that, but I do work solely and strictly through God. You're always in charge of your own fate, and you're always in charge of your own destiny. And I always like to say that I'm like a radio of heaven, okay? You've got some things going on, not just with people that have passed, but with life and stuff. And first of all, I just want to give you strength. I want to let you know that you're doing the right thing in the right way, and that you aren't letting anybody down, because apparently you feel like the world's literally sitting on top of you right now. And I just want you to know that you're not alone, and that you are carrying it so gracefully, and you're doing such an incredible job with the things that you are trying to follow through with. Are you looking at trying to change your job, or are you looking to get a new job? Like, it's like opening up doors for new beginnings and new financials. Does that make sense?
Yes, totally.
What are you trying to do? Because it's like you keep self-studying yourself where you're like, I want to do it, but I don't know if I should do it. You need to do it. Does that make sense?
Yes. I've been given an opportunity to start something, not a traditional, regular business, but like a direct selling, and everything feels right. But just like the outlook from everybody that, looks into, the outside world looking in, they're like, oh, that's not a traditional job. That's not, whatever, but everything feels right about it. So
yeah, pish posh. You do you, boo. I'm serious. Screw everybody else. Sometimes you got to go against that grain and just go. I mean, I just keep seeing nothing but like success. And I keep seeing you like at the top of your game and actually like being able to spread your wings and claim who you are and what you want to be. Like this is that opportunity for you to make those differences that you keep looking to make, because ever since you were little, you're like, I'm going to make an impact. I want to do this. I want to do that, but you've never known how to. And this is that avenue that God's opening up for you. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, totally. Thank you.
No, of course. I can't help but say it to you, because it's like you have so much on you and all this doubt, and I just need you to know this is where you're going. Okay, did you lose a pregnancy, or are you trying to get pregnant?
Oh, I lost one a long time ago, though. I'm not. Okay. I don't want another one.
I was going to say, it's interesting because there's because I'm like, there's a baby. I need you to know that all that's the way it's supposed to be. And I know you already know that, but I just need to bring that up to you. I also need you to know, I don't mean to get emotional, and I apologize. Did you lose a sister or and I hate feeling like I'm guessing. It's not that. There's a very, very strong feminine energy around you. Like as soon as I start feeling stuff like this, I'm like, oh, it's like a mom. Like I feel like this mom sisterly, like I'm connected to you. There's a chain that's stick to you. Did you lose like a female, like a mother or like a grandmother or an aunt? Or even like a sister? Like she's like yours by blood. She is yours. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no. I did not. I have not. No one close to me that in that way.
There's a female, and maybe it's the next person. I don't know, but that's so strong. That's so in. Now I'm excited to talk to the next person too. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to move on from that then. That's so weird. Okay, and no grandmother on your dad's side or your mother's side.
I did lose her, but like 30 years ago, probably, and we weren't close.
It doesn't matter. You got to know that she's still yours and that she still watches up. That makes sense, because I'm like, she's not going anywhere. Like this doesn't go. Like that's why I had to keep asking. Sometimes people think because you weren't physically close with them, there was no like strong value. You were hers no matter what. Does that make sense?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You were significant to her in her life. Even if you guys didn't see each other, even if you didn't have a huge relationship with her, we still play parts in other people's lives, even if we don't think we do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So just know that that's an angel over your shoulder. The other thing, and this is going to sound out there, and I'm totally okay with sounding stupid. Did you also lose a dog?
No, but we want to get a dog.
Okay, then there's a puppy being born, because it's going to be a puppy.
Oh my gosh, we're just talking about getting a dog for my daughter. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Like, because it's just all about that. I don't know how to explain it, because like there's a puppy. Like it's either it's just becoming born or it's just fresh. Like, but puppy.
Yes.
So stop worrying so much about your daughter. She's gonna be fine. The behavior stuff, she's gonna be okay. She's just strong. That's it. She's just strong. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So do you have any questions?
Oh, my gosh. There's so many. Can I ask you about, do you see, like, my ex-husband somewhere?
Did he pass suddenly? Was it like here today, gone tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. Did he have an overdose, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mean to be so abrupt about it, but it's like this wasn't supposed to happen. Like this was an accident.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. Please know it was an accident. Please know it was not intentional. Please know he fell asleep. It almost feels like he threw up, or like there was, I don't mean to be gross. I'm sorry, y'all. But like vomit, like it's some kind of he wasn't feeling good. but I need you to know he was okay, that he didn't suffer before he passed. And I guess people thought he may have, but he did okay. Like he didn't, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And
Wow.
do you have a son?
Excuse me?
Do you have a son?
Yes, that's his son.
Okay. Was that his son? That's what I thought. Okay. Because I don't know if he's like named after him or if he's like his little mini me, but he's like, that's my boy. That's mine. He's mine. I need you know, he's an angel over him, and he walks beside him each and every day. How old is he? Because I keep seeing the Air Force airplanes.
17.
Okay. Is he looking into going in the military?
No.
Okay. Some little airplanes, baby. I'm not. Now you gotta catch me up in a few years. I'm not even kidding.
Maybe, who knows, you know? But he's not. He has not talked about that.
What about your ex-husband? Was he ever in the military or anything?
No, he was not.
Okay. Just know, though, please, that he's with you guys. He's apologizing. I guess he was somewhat abusive or like didn't use his words well, and he's apologizing to you as well for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you sincerely for this.
No, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for.
Thank you, Blanca.
Thank
you, Blanca, sincerely.
Blanca, thanks for letting us eavesdrop. I know as we got into those sensitive areas, I can only imagine what it's like to, we're eavesdropping in on it. So thank you for allowing us to be a part of the process. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
Oh, no. Thank you. Thank you guys for the opportunity.
Absolutely. And what you can do, Blanca, I know since you're new to the Platypus Posse, at the end of the podcast, when you listen back to this on a podcast platform, Stacy gives out her information. So a lot of times what we find is that because, as you can tell, Stacy goes really fast because there's a lot of information coming to her, you can follow up with her as well. And she gives her information out at the end of the podcast. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Have a great weekend. Okay?
You too. Thank you.
Ooh, man, you can tell that was.
Ooh, okay. Gotta regroup. I gotta regroup. That woman, though, there's a feeling of this strong woman around her, like nobody's business. And that's the whole thing that people sometimes forget. That even though we don't think of it, not that they're not a significant part of our lives, but because they did a massive impact, we may have made a massive impact on them.
It was like when you did my reading, you brought up somebody that had died in a car accident, and it was like actually a friend from middle school.
What?
And I think that's who you were talking about, because I told you, I was like, oh no, I had like my cousin's dad, but like whatever. No, it was I definitely had a friend from middle school who suddenly passed away in that car accident that you talked about. And I didn't connect to it until days later,
Yeah, sometimes it takes a minute to really let those wheels spin.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's keep playing. Let's go. I'm enjoying myself. I love doing this. This is
What's so funny? It's sort of like when we talk about stuff on the radio and like you are feeling it coming through you and you can just tell that your mind is interpreting it. And we're all just sitting here with our mouths on the floor like, ha! Yeah. Stacy's like, woo, it's coming to me, girl.
Yes.
I love it. All right, so we have BK. What did you say your full name was though?
It's Bonnie Kate.
Bonnie Kate. I love that. That's such a southern name.
I love that name. Southern. I love that.
It is. Gotta love those southern double names.
I love it. Well, BK, welcome to the Miguel and Holly Uncensored podcast. We call our fam on here the Platypus Posse, and so you are now a part of it. And so Stacy's going to introduce herself to you. Holly, producer Kelbin, and myself will just sit back and eavesdrop in.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Stacy. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to tell you that I completely vibe with you at a whole different level. I'm like, oh, this is going to be like a friend of mine. So I'm completely being professional with you. I just adore you. You've been through it and then some, and then you're just like, okay, I got this. You fall down and get back up, and you're like, I'm fine. It's all good. No, nothing to see here, and I'm just going to go make my empire somewhere else. I love that. Okay. So I work solely in
really crazy.
Tell us about a BK.
Where do you want me to start?
It just resonates with you?
Yes, very much. Very, 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 very much.
I love you. I do. And I just want you to know that I see you. I see all your struggles. I see all your light. And I'm just so proud of you for everything that you've accomplished. Like,
thank you. I'm going to cry now, but thank you.
It's huge. Because you've gone through like against the odds in so many different ways, and it's like,
yeah,
damn, like, okay, all right, like, just wow, all right. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Wait, okay, hold on, y'all. Even though we're eavesdropping, let us in on exactly what are we talking about here, like, because clearly it's connecting with you, BK.
Yeah. So just like I'm really trying not to cry, guys. So just like a little bit of backstory about me. I've been like a super hard worker my entire life. I worked 2 jobs to put myself through college. I paid for my degree, like no student loans. I've busted my tail for the last like 10 years to get myself out of a really terrible financial situation that I was put into by a parent situation. And that parent passed, actually, it'll be 3 years in October. So I've been working really, really hard to, kind of put myself in a better situation. And it's funny that this all came about because I was just telling some of my friends yesterday, I don't feel like I'm successful. I don't feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. I feel like I'm just stuck in a rut. And hearing Stacy, who I just met literally 2 minutes ago, tell me that, like, it hit me right in the gut. So yeah. So it really hit hard.
Cool. Oh, that's so cool.
It's just God. All I'm doing is recovering messages from God. That's it. Just know that you are incredible. And I need you to know too about the parents. I'm going to get all emotional. I apologize immensely. I know
you're
like
fine.
So I'm trying to be real respectful of this because it is a touchy subject, and I had the similar situation with my own parents. So I get you 100% on this. You didn't get to say goodbye properly either, which is hard. And there's like, it almost feels like, and I say this a lot to my other clients and stuff like that when I'm in a session, and people who've talked to me understand when I say it like this, it's almost like your hands are trying to pick up sand and they keep going through your fingers. Like no matter how hard you tried, no matter what you did, you never felt like you were doing good enough. And you need to know that you were enough. You need to know that you did enough. And I need you to know that you sincerely have overdone yourself with everything, and that life is going to continuously continue to get better and to thrive. What is going on with your romantic stuff going on too? Because I'm just going to just jump it on and like peel off that band-aid. You're going to end up being where you need to be with this. Like, stop holding yourself back and doubting, because you just need trust. Does that make sense to you?
It makes a lot of sense. Kind of on the romantic side of things, I'm in like a very unhappy situation with my current partner, and I've dealt with it for a long time about whether or not like I want to stay or I want to leave. And it's one of those things where I'm used to being by myself. So if I have to be by myself, I'll be fine. But at the same time, I don't want to be by myself. So it's been a struggle for the last 7 years.
Yep. I feel you. Oh, I want to talk to you some more. Yeah, no, I'm not even playing. Like, I'm adopting you. You're going to be one of my friends. I'm not even adopting. I'm not even.
Stacy.
I'm serious. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. So back to being somewhat professional. As far as, was this your mom, if you don't mind me asking, or was this your dad?
It was my mom.
Okay. I thought so. And the anniversary of that death is next month. Was it around the 13th or 14th?
It was the 24th. When she passed.
All right. It's so interesting to me because it's like, no matter what you did.
It's funny that you say the 13th and the 14th, because 10 days before she passed is when things really took a turn for the worse. Like, it dramatically just went rapidly downhill. So it's funny.
And everybody kept expecting it to turn around. Everybody kept expecting something to be better. And then that's never ever did. And I just need you to know that she didn't give up. It was just her body going, okay, enough. Like, it was just time. You were so one of her favorite people, and it feels like she had a hard time communicating that time. It also shows that you did enough. Like, I don't know how else to explain that to you more, is that you did enough. And there's all these loose-ended pieces too. Butterflies are a big deal. I also need to know it's not quarters, it's not dimes, it's pennies. And you always find them heads up. Those are also pennies from heaven. And you also need to know that these dreams that you keep having, the tornado dreams, the weird water dreams, all of that stuff is because you're not getting it right now. Okay.
What? Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me, I'm going to hop in here. Can you, BK, walk us through like what sort of dreams have you been having?
So the tornado dream really hit me because last night I had a dream that I was kind of like in the Wizard of Oz situation where like I was outside and the tornado was coming to get me, and like the rest of my family was like locked away and I was just by myself. But also my mom hated the Wizard of Oz with a very violent passion because the flying monkeys terrified her. So whenever that movie would come on, she would immediately cut it off, and it always happened to be at the part with the tornado coming to get Dorothy. So holy moly, that's nuts.
That's great. And you want to know something? I hate that movie. I despise that movie. I will not watch it.
It's my favorite. I love it. So I would sneak in my room and go watch it whenever she wasn't around. It was my favorite.
I love that so much. Wow. All right. So do you have any questions?
I don't think I have any questions. I'm blown away that you were able to figure all of that out. Like, it's just, it's crazy.
And just for transparency, because this is to me the amazing part about how this all came together. Like, how did we end up having you on the phone, BK?
I heard you guys on the show this morning that you were going to have Stacy on, and something drew me. Like, I never do that kind of stuff. I'm just like, okay, whatever. But like this morning on my way to my office, I was like, let me do this. And I messaged you guys on Instagram at Miguel and Holly, and here we are. So,
Have you ever interacted with a radio station like this or a morning show before?
Never in my entire 32 years of life.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Welcome to it. Thanks for choosing us.
You know, that's what I've been finding so fascinating about how this went down, because normally, you know, I'm so organized and I'm very methodical about how we put everything together.
Yeah, by the way, I was shocked that you just threw it out casually on the air. I was like, whoa, Miguel is going off script.
I just felt like, I don't know why, because what my plan was this morning when I woke up, and I was like, because I've just been a mess this week. I was like, all right, well, when we go live on Facebook, we'll ask some of the Platypus Posse to call us up, and then we'll just have them on. But literally a minute or two before we did our last break, something was like, just throw it out there and see.
Yeah.
And
you threw that net out, Miguel. Like, you threw it out, and everyone was like, yes. And I appreciate that, because it has been, as like Stacy said, like, it's kind of been hard things to tie up. Like, I'm still struggling, and everyone deals with grief differently. So to get that reassurance that I did what I was supposed to do and I've done enough and it's okay, that really helped.
It takes a weight off. It really does, because we beat ourselves up the most too. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, BK, thank you so much for letting us peep in on this session, and we will have Stacy's information because we'll post about this too on the Miguel and Holly Insta, so people that missed it live right now will be able to go back and listen to it on the iHeartRadio app or wherever they listen to podcasts, so you can get Stacy's information there to connect. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much for having me. Stacy, you're an angel. Thank you so much.
I'm just doing God's work. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Sincerely.
Yeah, same here. Thank you guys.
Have a great weekend.
Y'all too. Bye.
Bye.
That's so amazing.
How you feeling, Stacy?
I'm pumped.
She's like, all in a day's work.
Yep.
You want some more?
I forgot that I was on the podcast, so I just went full bore into work. Like, this is what I do when I work. So yeah.
That's okay. I mean, that's good. That's what what I think everyone's looking for. So
I'm gonna throw
I
something
love that.
random out there, and I don't even have all the details because I need to call Abe and ask him. I had it because I've had an off week. I've just been really off, and I had this really disturbing dream. And like I said, if nothing comes of this, that is completely okay. But it really took me through a loop. I don't remember who it was, but there was someone close to me who was playing with a snake in my dream, and they were like licking the head of the snake head. And I was like, "What are you doing? Stop." And they were like, "No, Miguel, look at what I could do." And they literally put the snake down their mouth and in their throat.
what?
And I woke up like I was like sweating and I was scared and I couldn't figure it out. And I even started to like pat around the bed to make sure that there were no snakes anywhere. And I can't remember who it is. And I told Abe about it the next morning.
That's
so I'd
so
have
important.
to ask him.
That part is important.
But that's why I was like, I'm just throwing that out there just to see if anything comes to you. If not, because I don't have all the details. Or this may just be like a dream interpretation type deal.
like I was gonna say, like we also need Lori Lowenberg on the phone for this because snakes have that like deception, like,
Yeah.
sly
Yep.
thing.
Absolutely. Is there anything that comes to mind to you at all, Stacy? And if not, totally cool.
Yeah, immediately. Well, it's weird because, and Holly, I do this with you, and Miguel, I'll do this with you, where randomly my communication with y'all will pick up throughout the week. Because, privately we're friends.
Right.
And I'll just like, and if you notice, I was saying like, hey, just like sending random text messages because I've had an uneasy feeling about you, first of all. Secondly, when we have dreams like that, and it's interesting, whoever you dreamt about, and immediately I think about your mom, and I don't know why, but it's one of those things of like, you're not trusting whoever somebody is surrounding themselves with. That's the deception. You're not trusting somebody else. You're seeing something of somebody else that somebody else isn't seeing, if that makes any kind of sense. So say you're dreaming of Abe and Abe's boss, this is just completely theoretic, but Abe's boss is just a complete jerk. You don't like it, but Abe doesn't see the snake. Abe's like, I love this snake. I love this person. Look at me play with the neck. You know what I'm saying? And what we're doing is you're having that dream going, hey, I'm trying to protect my person. So your dreams are literally going, hey, something's off. Something's not feeling right. Something's not right. Does that make sense?
Is it off in real life or is it just Miguel's projection?
No, it's off in real life. That's I always believe that God gives us little warning signs, and that's just from me personally, from my experiences, is that God will give us little messages throughout our dreams. And those dreams that you remember and that you really feel those feelings for, those are usually messages. So there's somebody in someone's life you aren't feeling good about, and they're about to be exposed.
Interesting. Because
saying.
well, it's and I texted him. I'll see if he texts me back. But that dream, and I've had some other dreams this week. I've just felt off, and like in
dreams have been. By the way, can I add in really quick?
Mm-hmm.
I think something's going on with the planets or the stars or whatever, because I don't remember my dreams often. But I've had a couple of dreams this week that have been very weird. Yeah. Also, like I had a dream that I discovered my mom was naked and dying. And then I was like, why are you naked? Well, she's going to die. And then it's like, she didn't. And she just kept on laying there naked, not dying. So I'm like, well, we got to find some clothes. And then it switched. And then somebody else was naked, but I couldn't remember who it was. And then I had a dream that my person got in trouble because he was trying to do something nice for Maya, but then like what he was doing caused him to get in trouble. Like it's been really weird. It's been a weird week of dreams.
It's just been.
So immediately I go, well, somebody you both know. Immediately, like, okay, well, there's a connection to that. So yeah, it's somebody within your circle, because if you're both having those funky, weird dreams, then definitely. And usually in my personal experiences, whenever I've dreamt of death or people around me have dreamt of death, it usually means rebirth or change. So keep that in consideration with your mom, Holly.
Yeah, that's good. Because I mean, we've talked about my mom anyway, but because I was like, well, I know a woman seems like healthy like a damn horse. So I'm like, she's just kicking. So I don't know. I was like, what does the nakedness mean? Like somebody's being exposed or something. I didn't know, but I agree. Like I felt like really weird and off, and I have not been sleeping well this week. Have you, Miguel?
No. My sleeping, I mean, in all the years we've done the show, like we always joke that like I've never been late. I'm always like, this is the only thing in my life that I'm on time for.
Correct.
Twice this week. My alarm goes off at 3:15. I usually am up by 3:30. Twice this week, I slept through all of my alarms until my final one at 4:15. And like that, it freaked me out. Like even this morning, and I was like, maybe it's because I had wine this week a lot. I had wine this week more than I normally have. Like maybe that, but I've had my times where I've like, had edibles or wine or something, and I was got up at 3:15. But the fact that twice this week I didn't wake up till 4:15, it kind of freaked me out. And like this morning, I'm like, is my heart okay? Like, am I feeling all right? Because this is just weird right now.
I woke up early this morning and I couldn't get back to sleep. Which I normally never do. I mean, I'm sleeping up to the last damn minute.
Right.
I will snooze as often as I will wait until I literally have to be out of the bed, and then I will like grudgingly drag my carcass out. But like this morning, I woke up way before the alarm and I could not fall back asleep. And then I pretended, by the way, I'm like, maybe if I lay here, my body will think I'm sleeping. I'm like, no. So I ended up just getting up. But it's been weird. Sleep has been weird. Dreams are weird this week.
Miguel, you're internalizing too much. Oh, you and I need to have a talk. I'm not kidding, because it's internal stress. You're stressing about stuff and people. So you're internalizing and putting stuff away and down. And Holly, yeah, my week has been the exact same way. So even last night I was up 5 times for no reason at all.
I hate it.
Oh, so annoying. But sincerely, Miguel, you and I need to have a chit chat. So,
girl. All right. Any other questions? Anybody?
I didn't have anything. I only felt weird Monday. Monday morning. And
Monday was your weird day.
Yeah, Monday was my weird day. Everybody knew. And then I didn't pick up till like maybe mid-show. And then other than that, I've just been dreading the weekend. But I got nothing else for you, Stacy. I'm sorry.
It's all great, baby. Thank you so much, you guys. Like, you with all my heart. I appreciate y'all so much.
Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing your gifts with us. We appreciate it. And
yes,
we will talk to you soon, Stacy. Oh, wait. How can people get in contact with you?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. That's slightly important.
Yes.
You can find me please follow me on Instagram. I'm like desperate for like sessions and picking up people. And there's an Amber Alert. If y'all keep hearing this, there's an Amber Alert going off. So if you
I got it too. I got it too, but it didn't go off because I had it on mute. So I was like, oh, it's going to go off.
Yeah, to Florida people, us here in Charlotte.
It's not even near us. It's Miami-Dade. I was like, what? Maybe they're driving up this way. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, so Instagram, please follow me. I'm trying to touch as many people as I can and trying to help out as many people as I can. I'm looking for sessions as much as possible right now. You can find me on Instagram at Soul Worker Stacy Renee, or you can go to my website and book a session at soulworkerstacyrenee.com.
Stacy, thank you so much and have a beautiful weekend.
Thanks, y'all. You too. I'll talk to you soon.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Whew.
Amy Ledford said she's had a weird week too.
See?
And her husband.
There's
Amy.
Something going on in the universe, girl. And then Xavier said, how are you guys doing? Hello. We're doing well.
We doing good. Except for this weird week, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just excited for this weekend of nothing except things that I've already planned that include a pool.
Right. All right. I got it. By the way, I'm super excited we're like, we always talk to you sort of about like behind the scenes stuff, but I wanted to share this on the air this morning, but I'm like, we're not like people in Charlotte don't care about this yet. But I have a consultation for my hair.
Oh, that's right. Today?
Yeah, it's at noon. So
nice.
I'm going to be doing something with my hair. I don't know what yet, but I'm super, super, super excited about it. Like I'm almost anxious and nervous about it to like walk into the salon and sit down and be like, okay, so I've printed out some pictures. What do you think goes with my face? I don't really know. So I'm super excited about that.
Are you going to dye it?
No, I did that last. Well, I mean, unless she says, but
I mean,
maybe I did that during the pandemic. That was my like blonde face.
Mm-hmm. You didn't have, I feel like you didn't commit to it enough.
Well, that's because the gray, because it was supposed to be gray.
I know, and it was not. And you know
No.
what? God bless that girl, but like she didn't do it right.
It was. I think it's just.
She didn't fucking do it right.
Oh, whoa!
Sorry.
No, because I love her.
I know I love her too.
She's great.
I don't know who it is. I'm sure she's great, but like it wasn't. It didn't.
I think it was because it was black hair. I think it was just the dynamics of how our coarse hair holds color is different. And so because it would be gray for like 2 or 3 days, but then it would like come out and it would be blonde.
Yeah.
And you use the right shampoo?
Yeah.
Oh,
Girl, I spent a lot of money on that shampoo.
I believe it.
I just and I know it's not her fault. It's just whatever was going on with your hair. But I was like, I had this vision, like I'm your mother. I had this vision for what I thought it might look like.
It's gonna look like.
And then it wasn't that, and I was like, but I liked it, but it just wasn't that. It's fine.
Plus, too, like I didn't, because this was the summer of 2020, and I had gained about 30 to 40 pounds.
It didn't matter.
So, but I just didn't feel comfortable in my skin. And so because I didn't feel comfortable in my skin, I didn't rock the hair like I could have, or I should have, because I didn't feel comfortable at that time. And so now I'm just like, I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever, this lady's going to bring. So I'm just super looking forward to that. And I just realized we didn't do, that segment that we started last week that we're supposed to do every Friday. Can't let it go.
Let it go.
Oh, you let it go.
Yeah. It's a new, whenever we have new segments.
That's fine. I take a long time to get used to stuff too. That's fine. Miguel's like, we're going to do this every Friday.
And then we don't do it the next Friday. Can't let it go.
It.
All right. I'm going to write that on the schedule.
Well, what can't you let go this week? You holding on to something?
I wasn't. No, I just that segment.
You just want a segment. All right. Okay, never mind.
I don't know. I didn't think about it. I'm gonna write that down for next week.
Okay.
Can't let it go. All right, Holly. What are you excited for this weekend?
Like as soon as I leave this studio, I'm on me time. I'm so excited. Like my person and I look forward, like, okay, again, and I feel like I always need to qualify this. I love my child and I love the weekends that I have with
Girl, you happy to be by yourself with your person, and so y'all can.
Oh, yep. But listen, I just it's the feeling of not being needed all the time. Like I not have to be on call. That and sex. So whatever.
Yeah. For those of you that are listening to the podcast and not watching, producer Kelbin just deep throated a Bojangles water bottle.
I missed that. I think I was
very girthy.
Oh, good God. Well, I mean,
Kelbin, what are you looking forward to for this weekend?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I'm really sorry, but also I would not ever trade you for that crazy.
For those who didn't listen to the show this morning, we talked about how I'm going to a bachelor party from an old college roommate, and he is super about that nature life. He wants to go on a 5 to 6 hour whitewater rafting trip. He wants to go hiking 6 miles. Yeah.
A lot of outdoorsy.
It's just all outdoorsy. And all I did, the only request I made was get me an Airbnb with a jacuzzi in it. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, you'll be after the hike. That jacuzzi will be nice.
Yeah, will be.
Look forward to that.
Yeah,
I bought some heat patches to use.
We should have asked Stacy if you're gonna make it through the week.
Yeah, for real. She would have been like, "This is your last."
She would have told us. She would have told us. That's fine. She would have been like, "Well, you're gonna pass."
Actually, she just texted me. Let's see what she said. No, okay.
She said, "Tell Kelbin to watch out."
Shut up.
She said, "I'm seeing Kelbin in water. Lots and lots of water."
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be right back here on Tuesday. All right, cool. Well, have a great weekend, everyone. Holly, what's your social media? People can follow along with you.
It is. I'll try and do a better job. I don't usually do a very good job of social media on the weekends. I will try to do stories. I've got friends coming over tonight. I'm going to post pictures of the charcuterie board we're doing. So it's Radio Holly on Instagram. And also I'm on TikTok and Twitter, but I don't post as much on TikTok. I'm more of a lurker and I just watch witch talk and stuff.
Witch talk.
Yeah.
She's a witchy woman.
Yeah.
Kelbin, how can people follow your demise on social media this weekend?
Primarily Instagram at Kelbin Live. I do have TikTok and Twitter as well. Possibly OnlyFans. I've been looking at these numbers lately.
Lord Todd Life is like, I am over
I'm
here.
ready. Anybody
The
want-
one woman Kelbin Live fan club.
If she likes feet, I got you. If she likes what I did with this Bojangle ball.
Hey, Bojangles.
Hey,
Miguel, what's yours?
Miguel Fuller. You can find me on Instagram, on TikTok, and Facebook. Everyone have a great weekend. Make sure to go to the Miguel and Holly fam / Platypus Posse group on Facebook. Want to shout out for Doe Eyes, or you'll see her there as Adrian and Laura Top Life, who are helping moderate the group.
Oh, that's right. I had totally forgot about that.
Yeah, so they're helping to moderate. So thank you, the two of them. Shout out. And to our other Charlotte fam member, Juicy Little Tidbit, who's saying, I'm trying to turn up this weekend. It's my B-Day on Tuesday.
Yes, mama.
Yes, come on, Juicy Little Tidbit. And Doe I said, don't die, Kelbin.
Try.
All right.
Oh, man.
All right. Stay tuned. We have a really, 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 really cool interview with Jax. All right. You've heard her song Victoria's Secret. We had a really cool conversation with her. So for those of you watching this, you won't be able to hear it. You'll have to go follow up on the iHeartRadio app, wherever you listen to podcasts. So here is our interview, audio-wise, with Jax.